Welcome back to Ahead of the Curve. I'm your host, Dr. Megan Teed, and today I'm going to be talking about overcoming exercise boredom and exploring new movement. And I am the queen of getting bored with exercises because I am creating them all day long for other people. And by the time it's time for me to exercise, I don't have any energy or bandwidth or motivation to create my own routine. So it's helpful for me to have some other ideas and things to go to um, so that I don't just brush it off and not do anything. And there's several different reasons why people might get bored with exercises. So I'm going to talk about that first. Those reasons why people would get bored with their exercises. And then I'm going to talk about a few of my suggestions for overcoming that boredom. And that's pretty much it. It's a very straightforward episode today. I know that this is something that a lot of people struggle with. Because if you haven't found like the exercises that you really enjoy doing and are fun for you, it can be tedious. So, a few of the reasons why people get bored with their exercise routine to begin with. Number one, it's not challenging enough anymore, or it's not challenging anymore. And this happens when you've been doing the same routine for months, maybe years, and you haven't switched things up and either increased the resistance that you're using or switched up the movements that you're doing to make them more dynamic. So that is one reason. It's just you've gotten stronger and it's time for you to switch things up. Another reason why you might get bored with your routine is you're doing it in silence. And there is a time and a place for that, especially if you are somebody that is just getting started with movement, you're new to movement, and you're really focusing on your scoli corrections and getting in tune with your body and creating that interoception. So that's the connection between the way that you feel inside your body when you're moving. And silence and quiet is pretty appropriate for those circumstances. But if you, again, have been in this routine for a while, it might be time for you to turn on some music or maybe even have a podcast in the background. And again, that really depends on what kind of movement you're doing. If you are trying to be intentional and really connect with your body and your breath, quiet can be beneficial. But if you are doing something that's more cardiovascular or um, like walking or running or cycling, then it might be a good idea to have a playlist or switch up your playlist if you've been listening to the same thing for a while. And then another reason would be that you need a workout buddy. So you've been doing your routine for a while by yourself. You've been pretty diligent about it and you want some camaraderie. So that could be another reason why you are feeling like you're in a rut. A couple of my suggestions for you to switch things up. The first one is hire a professional or a personal trainer, a scoliosis specialist, somebody who is going to push you and give you things that are going to continuously challenge you so that you don't feel like you're plateauing or you're in the same position as you were several months ago. So you want to be challenging your muscles, challenging your brain with figuring out how to organize movements, how to move weight in different vectors, so different ranges of motion. Um, that is just really good, not only for your boredom, but it's also good for your brain to go through those experiences. So you're not just always doing, bicep curls, shoulder press, lunges, and squats. You're adding in some, diagonal pulling or a little bit of rotation, holding weights, pulling bands, switching things up. The other way to kind of break that boredom or break the mundaneness. I wanted to say like mundanity, but I don't think that is a word. um, one way to switch things up is to actually change your environment. So if you tend to exercise inside in your house, in the same room all the time, maybe switch rooms, maybe move outdoors. I know it's 11 billion degrees right now in South Carolina where I live. I'm recording this in August. But you might live somewhere that's a little bit more comfortable, or when the fall rolls around, you have the opportunity to like go to a park, go to your neighborhood gym, or even like join a gym. And that will really help to switch things up so that you're, engaged in a different capacity in a different environment. And I actually literally just started doing that with COVID, with, having a dog. I really enjoyed working out in the house because I'd still be able to spend some time with Nico. And, now that he has passed, unfortunately, like everything reminds me of him. So I started doing my workouts in our neighborhood gym, and that's really actually helped me a lot just to get my brain engaged in a different way and just be in a different environment that, I'm just not always reminded of that. But, there's obviously other benefits to being in a different environment as well. And then my next suggestion is to maybe join like a group fitness class, or, like I said, hire a personal trainer, reach out to a friend to join you in your workouts. And that can be a lot of fun. In grad school, my really good friend Anna, I had her on the podcast, Anna Simonson. Joe, if you wouldn't mind linking that podcast episode with her, we talked about all things nutrition and bone health and in that episode. And not only is she extremely smart and a lot of fun, but she likes to compete, and she and I would really push each other and hold each other accountable to exercise, 5 out of the 7 days of the week. And we actually hired a personal trainer together, and he really pushed us to, just increase the weights that we were using, and we got a lot stronger and had a lot of fun in the process of it. So that could be a fun idea or avenue for you to explore. And group fitness classes are also a lot of fun to switch things up. Maybe trying something that you haven't done before, like kickboxing or Zumba or some sort of cardio dance class. Those can be a ton of fun, and it doesn't even really feel like you're exercising because you're just having a lot of fun. So just finding ways to break up the current routine that you're in And, that's not to say that you should be stopping doing your scolio exercises, your non-negotiables. If you are a client of mine, you know what I'm talking about. Those are your lymphatic work, your elongations, your breathing, your cranial nerves. Um, those only take 5 minutes total. So I know that they're probably not the most fun, but you can knock them out really fast. Um, and you can really do those anywhere. You don't necessarily have to be standing in a particular spot to get all that done, other than the elongations using the pull-up bar. And yes, so those are my main suggestions. My last suggestion is making sure that you're breaking it up throughout the day and getting movement in short little tidbits. So instead of feeling overwhelmed and thinking, oh gosh, like I need to do like an hour chunk of movement a day all at one time, you can break that up all throughout the day. So fitting in like a 20-minute walk in the beginning of the day, doing some of your scolio exercises, doing a group fitness class, maybe doing a couple other walks throughout the day. Those are some of the best ways to break up your boredom with your movement. And I just really personally enjoy and find walking outside to be very therapeutic, good for my mind, and, just to be outside in nature and meditate or pray or just work through some things business wise that I'm trying to figure out. There's just a lot of benefits to getting outside of your home, getting outside of your desk, and moving your body. So those are my suggestions for breaking up and improving your boredom with exercise. If you have any ideas or methods, tricks that you use to switch up your exercise or break your exercise boredom, feel free to send me an email. I'm meg@thescoliotherapist.com. And I'm going to plug my small group coaching, scoliosis coaching program. And I also have a self-paced version of that. That is an excellent way to switch things up and really give you some new, fresh ideas for how to care for your body. And then you're also engaging with other people in the scolio community. You're getting some camaraderie, some ideas from them, some suggestions from them that you might not have thought of before. So I feel like that keeps things fresh and exciting. And if you want to talk about that, feel free to check out my website. This will be linked below in the show notes as well. Joe, if you don't mind linking my scheduler to schedule a free discovery call. And that's the best way to reach out and just have a free conversation with me to see if it might be a good fit to work together to improve the quality of life that you have with scoliosis, improve your pain levels, improve your appearance, and stop curve progression. So thanks again for tuning in. That's it. Until next time, stay well and stay ahead of the curve.